from fog, bound for clear skies. Elf
Find
child.
you. Find who?
Find
Whose
me.
voice is this? mine.
More dead magisters.
Well, you know, not on purpose. I've seen the etchings myself, mate. It's gone.
You can fake an etching, no problem. I'm telling you, he wouldn't have done it.
Believe what you want. Makes you happy.
As you approach the woman, Thane gasps. You turn and see that he's...
It's her! The wrinkled human that stole my mask! Please, I must speak with her.
The woman traces glyphs in the air, and you cringe, expecting a barrage of ice and fire. Instead, a bit of smoke...
My lord, I've loved you. I've obeyed you. What's my sin? How long must I suffer?
She sees Thane approach and punches her fist in his direction. Her face flushes red. It's her, the one that destroyed the ship to Fort Joy. Her eyes flare with recognition. She demands to know who Fane is, what he is. No one should be able to craft something like his mask. Fane dances around her question and reverses it. Who is she? Who is this lord of hers? She does not seem eager to answer him either. The witch opens her mouth to speak, but something happens. Her face droops and her eyes turn black.
Fane, the traitor shall be destroyed.
Her eyes clear, and she turns her head to the heavens once more.
I offer this sacrifice to you. You will come between us again.
I've spotted something.
My false faces. Not as fair as my true visage, but better than being seen as a monster.
Something has changed. You are you, but more. You look to your hands, your belly, your feet. Flesh you don't know, molded in. Your fingers trace a line from your head to your face, feeling not the creases of the mask, but the porous surface of...
Stand off, stranger. Friend or foe?
She searches your face.
I suppose you're right. All right, then you can pass. But I suggest you don't. The Magisters have a shrieker up there. It killed my friend. May have killed that Magister too. I wouldn't tangle with it alone. Fact, I wouldn't tangle with it at all. A sorcerer, crucified and tortured. See for yourself, if you're that
She gives you a...
Well then, if we're going to be friends, let me mark your map. See this place? There are others hiding. Once Gareth emerges from the keep there, he and I will join you directly. He may be interested in you. Me? Not so much. We few Seeker survivors fled there. It's safe enough for now. You'll find something. We seek sorcerers with special talents and see if we can keep them alive. In that spirit, I suggest you find somewhere else to be. We've already had our...
She turns her attention.
They're arranged in a grid.
Open the chest!
Natural occurrence.
Vermin, thieves, pests,
Void Woken.
leeches.
We meet again.
This world is ours. Fall, die, pass away. Your essence feeds us.
These beasts are damn persistent.
You will not be spared. Your time is up. Squash the vermin. Hang the thieves. Ours. Ours. You are ours. We are the many and the all. We were first. Were first.
Your maker.
Greet the Reaper for me.
calling us vermin, but we'll just keep putting them down.
beginning and the end. We will return.
Greet the Reaper for me. sense your presence. So very far, so very near.
The corpses of voidlings lie in heaps around you, a miasma of cursed fluid pooling at your feet.
Those filthy beasts were like rats. A swarm.
We can't get caught up in another battle.
There were many of the critters, but I didn't even break a sweat. I must say, I was hoping to enjoy. Lacking skin may make me a target for mortals, but I am. However, they are infuriating when they get in one's skull. I can barely hear myself think. Well, of course it is. It was 100% ethically harvested from mortals, too. The quality is second to none. Up to a point, certainly. The faces are often what you might call fixer-uppers. But their young poison is preferred, of course. No marks to the face. The subject can be of any age. Not for them, of course, but it's significantly more relaxing for me. Oh, you simply wait until the... Although that does limit your choices somewhat. I will never understand why you have so readily accepted aging or digestion.
No sooner have you rung the ornate bell than the face of a lizard woman surfaces from behind a rock up on the ledge before you. Her stare is as sharp as the...
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons. Convince me you're no Magister, or draw one last deep breath. I will not. You do not wear the collar of oppression. Explain. I have heard of this woman. No Magister would know. She can deceive our enemies, but sadly, I apologize for the steel-tipped welcome.
With one graceful motion, the...
Come, ascend to the sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here.
A young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps. His face at...
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it.
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence...
Who the blazes are you?
Wished, bonny bairn, now don't you cry.
And protect your humble
Smoke and
The birds are asleep.
As am I, Sabine, I'm sure. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curtain.
That's easier said. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called shriekers. If we try to... There's weapons. Ancient devices that can counter those things. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm honored to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let...
The young man throws a furtive glance towards...
The masked priestess, Gratiana. She gave us shelter here and told Sir Gareth how to stop the shriekers. But you'll
His shoulders visibly relax.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, please ask. Whatever helps. We came to free an elf called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was a godwoken. He could have been the next divine, but we failed him. Well, before there's a divine, there must be a godwoken. Only a special few, and on top of everything, someone seems to be killing what few godwoken there are. It must be Alexander. A failed godwoken like him wouldn't want to see any other become the next divine. None. He set out to find those source weapons, the Magister flagship, and the Lady Vengeance. She's anchored at the old harbour.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Echoes of death.
Turn your head if you can hear me.
The lizard holds a crimson-soaked rag against his side. He looks up as you approach, his expression oddly serene.
Magisters, they found our camp near the old harbour and unleashed hell upon us. I'm lucky in a way. I was wounded by an arrow.
Don't move, Jules. Save your strength.
It wasn't just sword and spear the Magisters used on us. No. The power that they unleashed. There was nothing.
Sir Gareth is looking for a way.
Take the pain away.
The young woman chews her lower lip as she observes the injured before her.
So long as Gareth returns, we will be.
She bends to grab a rag, wiping her blood-smeared hand.
If you're looking for healing, sorcerer, well, there's not much I can do.
The woman wrings the blood-stained rag.
Magisters aren't known for their mercy. Many of us died. And the ones here will likely follow the same fate, by a slower road. I've done all I can. Their wounds are too great. All I can offer them now is prayer and a cup of water. If you know a way, I'd be beyond grateful. Magic?
She trails off and lifts.
I'm not even a healer. Do what you will. Matis, the wound is festering. It needs to be changed.
I will not.
In an instant, my wounds have all but vanished. I didn't think. I was certain I wouldn't.
I'm glad you're safe.
Thank you. The Magister flagship. It has ballast that tore. I'm lucky the others managed to haul me all the way here.
He shuddered.
They turned the living into shriekers. I wish I had a fitting way to thank the person who saved my life. As
He owes you his life.
What?
Please. Thanks.
What?
Matis, the wound is festering.
You healed me. How did you... Oh, never mind. I don't care how. I only care that today won't be my last. I don't remember much. I barely had time. Those Magisters are gonna pay in blood for what they did to us. If my mother were here, she'd box my ears for not being able to thank you properly.
Please, heal them all.
What?
Matis, the wound is festering. It needs to be changed.
I will not be a burden. Leave me be.
We are fortunate indeed to have you.
You've healed us. All of us. I owe you a debt. We all do. The Magisters attacked our camp back at the harbour. I caught one of their arrows right in my side.
He lands a comradely slap.
Don't you doubt it. This old war serpent still...
The fog is lifting.
You're certain it was Verdes?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You
It won't come off.
I'm glad you're safe now.
We're
Healed?
not really safe here, are we?
I'm
So
healed.
long as Gareth returns, we will be. You're certain it was Verdes?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much.
The fog is lifting.
You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
Glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be. You're certain it was Verdes?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be. You're certain it was Verda's?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best, Han. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be. You're certain it was Verda's?
Hello, stranger.
The dishevelled pair eye you with hope, though their hope is tinged with...
You've come from Fort Joy. Can I ask if... Did you happen to meet a man named Gareth on your way here through the swamp?
He'll be back.
He has to, indeed. We need our leader. And if he doesn't return with help soon, we haven't a hope. Have you heard?
Han looks down with a flinch.
They're weapons that can kill with a screech. The Magisters patchwork them from... The priestess at the shrine told Gareth some ancient secrets. Some defenses that could be found in Brackus's armory. And he went there. You're kind to offer. But you'd best talk to Gareth. Now, Han.
Catch you later, stranger.
If this is all we have, we're done for. If I had a forge, I could do something. Maybe.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted. He holds the damaged...
This was Halorn's blade. It was his first. It was also his last. He didn't intend to die here, but die here he did. He was an ordinary soul with an extraordinary heart, Halorn. And he died for what he believed. What did Halorn believe in? He believed in truth. He believed in hope. He believed that Alexander is a killer of Godwoken. I believe that on one point at least, he was right.
The point breaks away, leaving a jagged edge. The sword is shorter now, but it'll do more damage.
Who are you?
He realizes, to his surprise, that he holds the weapon in his hand, ready for battle. He works fast, check...
The blade is thirsty. Now, what? Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry.
Please, Armadia.
The birds
bless
are asleep,
and
the
protect
moon's
your
in
humble
the sky.
servant.
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
A dwarf stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly in her ear. She's staring.
Blood and bone.
Hush now, Leia. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home.
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm.
New faces. Hope you're... This one's seen a lot today. She were in the middle of it.
Howling dogs and men. Friends silently...
He puts his arm around her as...
She's delicate at the best of times. I asked Simone for something to help her. If we didn't need her to remove Urdus's collar, she'd be safe somewhere far from here. And now the rescue's scuppered. It were all for nothing. One of the few hopes that we got, that's what he was. He's God-woken.
Screams in the hall.
She starts to tremble.
Never fear, Petal. Gareth will be back soon. There ain't no scrape too tough for him. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers. And all we can do is sit here.
From fragments to hull.
She ain't detailed, but she ain't wrong. Someone to replace Lucian and push back them Voidwoken. Someone to restore order and protect the source. I'd speak to Exeter if you want to know more. There's ways, but I ain't privy to them. One thing I do know, mind. The Voidwoken have their number.
Barking dogs in wolves' clothing. Teeth in the sea.
Aye, there's enough of them about. But don't you worry, Nan. Gareth will be back soon. We were part of the car, but now...
The dwarf Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two...
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you?
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes.
I am pleased to see you've rid yourself of your chains. I am Gratiana, priestess of Armadia. It is a privilege to welcome you to her sanctuary from Brachus's vile swamps.
She pauses for a moment.
We must always strive to help those who suffer. For many years I did not understand that simple truth. For many more, I have tried to right the wrongs of my past.
Despite the mask,
time is a river, ever slipping by. In this place I can worship the goddess Armadia and help those who come to me for aid. I live a good life. The person that I was is dead.
the woman freezes in place.
It was nothing. Simply a turn of phrase. Nothing more. You know nothing. Nothing of...
She turns away from you in a swirl of robes.
Hello again, child. What brings you here? Gareth. He set off to find the soul-forged weapons of Brachus Rex. A brave... North of here, you'll find the ruins of Brachus's source. Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Without them, the Seekers are truly... Walk ever in... Hello again, child. What brings you here? We must always strive to help those who suffer. For many years I did not understand. You are bound on one side by marsh. All else is sea. But you will find no boat that will aid you. But it was not always thus. This marsh was once a rich, lush land, before he came. I have been here for many years. It has given me a lot of time. In truth, the torments of Brachus and of these Magisters were not so indeed. The Magisters have even taken Brachus's worst tools. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are armed with, those crucified monstrosities will kill them to a man. The fool ran into the swamps. He pestered me for aid against the Shriekers, and when I finally... A bold move, but ill-advised. Unless he returns with weapons enough, I fear none of these Seekers will leave this island with air in their lungs. Walk ever... Scream. Hello again, child. Armadia is the blessed mother. This is her shrine. She has sustained me here for many years, even when the evils of Brachus's swamp threatened to drown me. He is no more, thank the goddess. It has been many centuries. He ruled this realm as a tyrant and beast. He stole its source and left only. These marshes were a playground for he and his necromancers. Many unfortunate souls were brought here. Blessed were those who died quickly, or died at all. The tales do him no justice. He was cruel, greedy, and indeed, the Magisters have even taken Brachus's. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are armed with, those crucified monstrosities will kill their leader. I told him, I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Without the wands he seeks, not one will escape. Walk ever in our... Please come back. Hello again, child. What brings you here? We must always strive to help.
Despite the mask,
Time is in this place I can work.
the woman
It was nothing. Simply a turn of phrase. Nothing more. You know nothing.
She turns away from you in a swirl of robe. As your hand wraps around her arm, your fingers squeeze down not on skin and flesh, but on solid bone. Through her robes...
No! Don't touch me! Let me go! Intention is worthless when actions cause harm. All I asked was to be left in peace.
She stares at you for a moment before looking away.
There are more important stories than mine. The Seekers, the Magisters, these are the tales of this world. Surviving as best they...
She glances towards the girl sitting on a stool near...
It's taken its toll. They arrived wounded, but since their leader has to have been through so much and have a heart so cold...
Moon's in the sky.
Hello again, child. What brings you here? Go in Armadia's...
Before you stands a figure.
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you?
I sincerely believe you.
I am Gratiana, priestess of Armadia. It is a privilege to welcome you to her sanctuary from Brachus's vile swamps. It was not always thus. I have been here for many, in truth, but indeed. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are off their leader. I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Walk ever in our...
Sir Gareth, did you find any sign of him?
Careful. I smell burning. Are those pigs on fire?
we've already had, Aun.
She turns her attention.